Hey guys, it's Nemo and welcome back to my channel. First off, please excuse my voice. I just caught a cold. I have been sneezing for the past 2 hours. I had a 4-hour cry session and I took a nap for an hour, and I am honestly just going to blame it on the hormones. Like today I woke up feeling like crying. I've just been crying the whole day, venting, and I'm just a hormonal emotional mess. I don't know why, and I'm just super sensitive. So here's to me hoping you do not see tears during this video, but I thought, why not? It's a good space for me to have this conversation on period, menstrual cycle, what happens, like the things we go through during our period. Sorry, excuse that. So why not? On my Insta stories on Friday, I asked you guys what, if you track your periods and if you track your menstrual cycle and what app you use. But 76% of you actually said you track your period, which is pretty cool. Like, I was so just to see that so many people actually track their period. And then majority of you either use my calendar, Flow, Clue, and then one of you uses Ovia Fertility, which was pretty amazing, hey? So I have been tracking my periods from day one. So since 2008, the past 11 years, I have been tracking my period. I started off tracking it with the manual calendar. I remember when always used to come to schools and give you their booklet with all the information on your menstrual cycle, and then there's a calendar. So I started tracking like that. And then in 2009, 2010, I switched to an app. So I got my menstrual cycle. That's the one I started with, and I used it all the way until the end of high school, to about that 2012 2013. So yeah, 2 years after high school. So I used it from 2009 2010 to 2012 2013. I really loved the app. It was very simple to use, but I outgrew it because it was very girly, very 13-14-year-old. So I was just like, nah, let me try another one. So I switched to Flow, but I didn't like it at all. I just found it so there, like it intrigued me. And then I tried out Clue. So in 2014 I got Clue, and that's what I've been using ever since. But then towards 2015, 2015 2016, when my ex and I were trying to conceive, I switched to Ovia Fertility because it has Ovia Fertility, there's Ovia Pregnancy, and then there's another app, if I'm not wrong. Like, there are multiple of apps that are linked that help you track your period, track your fertility, then track your pregnancy. So it was like, this is a cool app, let me integrate it. But then I stopped using it and I went back to Clue, and I really love how Clue works. So I'm going to show you how I actually track my period so that you can actually see, because one of you actually said you downloaded the app but then you couldn't figure it out. So I'm gonna show you. So when you open the app, this is how it looks like. So this is my current cycle. I'm on my day 3. So this is how it looks like. So the red right here shows you your period, then your fertile window, then your PMSing and stuff. So that's how, when you open, that's how it looks. And I like just the interface. It's very user friendly. After that, you come to your calendar. Now here is where I get anxiety, because it's just a lot of information, a lot of color, but it's your basic calendar on how you track. You see, there's some places I don't track, but yeah, you see, and then it predicts your future. And then here's where your analysis is. So here's your typical cycle length, your typical period length, your typical cycle length variation. So this is basically if your period is early, if your period is late, how long it is. Then you just pick how you want it to look. And then after that, it's all your information. Basically, that's it. So we're going to track today's period and today's whole situation. So you come here and enter today's data. So for bleeding, today is actually medium, but for some reason this cycle has been heavy from day one, and I'm just like, what is going on with my body? Like, I do not understand like some of the things that are happening. And then you track your collection method. I generally use pads unless I'm going out or there's an event or there's certain dress code that I can't wear pads. But I usually use pads. And then today I've had a headache, I've had slight cramps, and my boobs are no longer tender. Next we have skin. So my skin has been actually good this cycle, so it's fine. So you can track if it's oily, if it's dry, if there's acne. Cravings, I have been craving something sweet and salty. After that, my emotions, I have been very sensitive and very sad. Like, I woke up just like, no, I don't want to deal with this day. I didn't want to film. I just, just started crying. Like, tears started rolling down my face, and I'm like, what's going on with me? I don't understand. So yeah, it's been a long day. And then after that, how many hours of sleep? I've only had 3 to 6 hours of sleep because I slept at 4 in the morning and then woke up at 9 in the morning, and I'm just like, guys, can't I just get a break today, you know? After that, you can track if you've had sex. So anytime I have sex, I either track if it's protected, high sex drive, withdrawal, unprotected, whichever it is. Exercise, it doesn't have enough exercise because I just generally walk from my house to the stage, from the stage to the office, like, just basically. But if you run, you do yoga, you're biking, you're swimming, you can track that. And then after that, you track your energy level. So my energy level has been very low today. Like, I didn't want to get out of bed, I didn't want to do anything. Mentally, I have been very stressed. Like, I'm just like, no, I don't want to deal with anything, I don't want to think about anything, I just want to cry. Like, I just want to roll up in a ball under my blanket and cry. Yeah. And then your motivation, very unmotivated but productive. I'm filming this video. After that, if there's any medication, I've taken antihistamine because of my allergies, because the wind today is annoying, and there's so much dust, and I'm just like, sorry. And then you can add your notes, and after that, when you go back, it has tracked every single thing for that day. So that's actually just how you use it. It will also give you reminders, so when your period is due, when your fertile window is, when you're ovulating, such things, it will let you know. And I just enjoy it. This is a free version, so I don't feel like upgrading because there's nothing much that I'm tracking. So in due time, when that time comes, I get somebody, we're trying to have babies, I will include that whole extensive fertile tracking and all that stuff. So that's basically how I track my menstrual cycle. It helps me analyze things because at times I can be cramping and then I'm not too sure what day it is. I go back to the app, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ovulating, when my hormones are all over the place and stuff. You just input that data and it's just able to let you know, like give you a warning. Like my PMS is very accurate, so like 5 days ago I was just like, no, I don't want anything, I am moody, I'm done with this day, such a situation. So now I'm going to show you guys the painkillers I use, the pads I use, the tampons I use, but I don't have the tampons, but I'll just mention them. And then after that, symptoms and how I kind of sort of try to deal with my menstrual cycle. Cool. So for painkillers, you remember in my sex during your period video, I mentioned that sex right before your period or towards the end of your period actually helps with cramping, but I haven't had sex in a while, so my cramps are back like crazy. I do not exercise anymore, so I just sit at my desk, work, get home, pass out. So the last 3 cycles have had intense cramping. Like, I'm just like, who? On Friday I was in a meeting with client and the cramps just slowly started coming, and I was just like, we need to get to a chemist and I need to go get medication because it's gonna be a long day. I am back to using Olfen. This is a whatever muscle relaxant that was recommended to me by my gynecologist. So it's 100% milligrams of diclofenac. It really comes like this. So yeah, 100 milligrams of diclofenac. That is a lot. That's enough to knock out somebody, but it works for me because of my severe cramping. So just 1 pill after a meal, and then 30 minutes later the cramps are gone. Like, they just disappear and you're left with this high for you. You have enough energy, you can work during the day and stuff like that. So that's what I use. It's about 110 shillings per pill, but because it's very strong, I highly suggest you just talk to your gynecologist for them to recommend what's right for you. As I said, I've had severe cramps since day one, since I started my period. So I have progressed from Panadol to better pain to the something else to now orphan. So this is the highest dosage I've ever taken, but it works for my cramps. Next, we're going to talk about pads. So if you've been in Kenya since primary school, always used to come to schools, talk to the girls, give them pads, let them know about their menstrual cycle, what happens to your body, your changes. I remember we used to have a talk every year from what was it, class 6 or class 5, something around there. So when I started my period in 2008, that's what I used for the first 2 years. So I was on Always Scented, and then I switched, because what I didn't like about Always Scented is that when the blood touched the pad and activated the scent, you could smell. It has a distinctive smell that this is Always Scented, and that's what you're wearing as your pad. So my aunt, hi Aunt Cynthia, transitioned me and introduced me to Cortex. So I've been using Cortex since the end of 2009, and this is the only pad I have used. This is the only company I use because it works. It's not scented. It's the ultra long, and it's the ultra long super because I have a heavy period, so my pads need to be able to withstand that. And I like that the wings are made out of, like, the pad itself, the wings of the pad, like the pad itself is made out of cotton, so it doesn't scratch my inner thighs, because Always is made out of nylon, if I'm not wrong, so it used to scratch on my inner thighs. So when I transitioned to Cortex, I was just like, this is where it's at. So I tend to buy the value pack 2x8 because I use about 10 to 12 pads a month. So that's about 2 pads a day, in the morning and then towards the afternoon, and then at night. Actually about 3 pads a day, so 3 times 5, it's about 15, and it comes with 16 of them. So this is what I use. And also there are tampons, that's also what I use. But Cortex Kenya, could you like maybe kind of sorta bring for us the tampons that have applicators, because hygiene reasons, sanitation. But yeah, I always use Cortex Kenya, and I mean actually Cortex Kenya Cortex, and this is my go-to pad. Next, where's my hot water bottle? Next thing in the period starter kit is my hot water bottle. It actually has hot water right now, because at times, like on my first day of my period, my cramps are very intense, like they are woo. Yeah, and I take my uterus and go, but every now and then I'll get slight cramping. So when I sleep, I like to put the hot water bottle next to my abdomen and just fall asleep, because the hot water soothes the muscles and I'm able to sleep properly, because if not, I will be tossing and turning, and nobody wants a grumpy girl on her period. And yeah, that's basically what I use during my period. Often for the cramping, Cortex for the collection of blood, and then my hot water bottle, and it's as simple as that. So now for symptoms. Everybody is unique. Everybody has different symptoms, different things that goes through their body, and these are my symptoms. So 5 days before my period, I will cramp, but just light cramping. Oh, okay, I know you're coming, thank you for the warning, I'll prepare myself. But as I said, the last 2 cycles have been different, because I cramped 3 days, for a whole 3 days before my period. So I was just like, what's going on with my body? I don't understand why I'm cramping this much. But that's how it's changed. Another symptom is I have tender and swollen boobs for a good week. I love the swelling because my boobs swell an extra cup, so they're usually looking nice. But then the tenderness is really just a slight touch, and I'm like, yo, okay, that, yeah, I can feel that. Okay, my period is coming, I've got to prepare for this. Then on the day of my period, as I said, I cramp very much. Like, my desk mate and people in the office have seen me. Like, guys will just look at me and there's a certain way they'll sit in my face, and they're like, yeah, this one is not doing good. Because I'll just all of a sudden hunch back, because it's just, when you're cramping, it's just chamanini. Like, is this the way Mother Nature just decided it's going to tell us that we're not pregnant? Like, I don't like my cramps. I hate them. I really, really do. But then there's that. And then cravings. My cravings are out of this world. One, I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't have dairy, and two, I have ulcers, so I cannot have chili. But on my period, I crave pizza with chili. So specifically, tikka chicken from Debonair's. Like it's such a specific craving that I usually just to have, and for some reason, I won't get affected. So for the first day of my period, I am no longer lactose intolerant, and my ulcers behave. So that's what I crave. And then I crave very salty things. Like I will want to have crisps for breakfast, specifically salt and vinegar. And then towards the afternoon, I will crave something sugary and sweet. And then I just crave physical touch as well. Like it's a random craving. It's not that, yeah, you know, at times you just want to be touched. Me, I crave it. Like if I do not get physical contact, I am going to go out of my mind. And I think that's why I was even crying today, because I haven't been hugged or touched in about a week, and I'm just like, I just want you to come and hug me, but you can't. You know, it's a sense for why is it that when you really really need something, it doesn't happen? Like I'm just yeah, moving topics. Anything else? I get super horny when I'm ovulating, and the day before my period and the first day of my period. Like it's just a sense for, I'm generally horny. Like I generally am horny about 24/7, but during my period it's a sense for, yo, I need it now. Like I get the shakes because I'm just like, I need to do something to get rid of this tension. Yeah, anything else? I don't think so. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. I hope you guys enjoyed having this conversation, and high five for me not crying during this video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.